Окей, сегодня состоялось заседание, сегодня понедельник, 25 число, состоялось заседание в Staten Хай-Тех по поводу строительства новой стены SeaWall, которая должна предохранить жителей Staten-Айленда от наводнений. Сейчас мы услышим выступление политиков по этому поводу. Большой зал, много народу. Ожидаем начала. Коротко могу сказать, что эта стена будет 21 фит высотой. Она протянется почти по всему побережью Staten-Айленда. Это будет бетонная стена, поверх которой будет проходить новый бодвок. Старый бодвок будет ликвидирован на время строительства. Ориентировочные сроки постройки 22 год окончания строительства.
Borough President Oddo, Rebecca Fishman from the Mayor's Office, So without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to Congressman Max Rose.
What a reception.
What an impeachment champ. We're here for a wall too, but he voted against that, Rose.
All right. We're good? Okay. So look, that's actually an appropriate way to start this. Because irrespective of your political affiliation, irrespective of what else is going on in this country right now, we do come here united in the fact that this seawall is an incredibly important project that we have got to get done as quickly and effectively and safely as possible. Now, in line with that, I want to start off by commending the man to the right of me, VP Oddo, for having been an incredible and trusted partner throughout my first year in office as we have worked on this project together. He's always thinking about the community first, never thinking about how he can tweet or advance his own political self-interest. No, I'm serious. And then he was deserving of recognition. I also want to give a shout out to the mayor's office as well as, most importantly, I want to give recognition as well to the Army Corps and the state. You know, I still serve in the military, and I can tell you that our men and women in uniform are the best and the brightest, not only in this country but in the entire world, and we're blessed to have them. So look, when I took office, I was a member of the first freshman class that was sworn in at the height of the shutdown. And we were running up against what we saw was basically a bureaucratic boondoggle as pertained to the seawall. It was really for the dumbest possible reason. The city and the Army Corps were all ready to go, but they couldn't legally operate on Miller Field. And the Secretary of Interior said he couldn't grant that easement. So we passed legislation within our first 2 months to allow for that to happen. And President Trump thankfully signed it, and we're grateful for that. I do also want to commend my predecessor, Dan Donovan. You know, we ran a hard campaign against each other, and very little was left on the sidelines. But Dan put all of that away and just thought about the community as his staff continued to work with ours to make sure that we were able to take the baton, get this legislation passed, and make sure that the seawall was built on time and on budget. You know, the seawall isn't only going to provide peace of mind and protection against future storms, and that's essential as it stands, but it's also going to lower flood insurance premiums for Staten Islanders across the seawall. Staten Islanders who have been ripped off by the private insurance industry year in and year out, saddled with 18% insurance hikes each and every year. We're going to make sure that those flood insurance premiums go down once this project is 50% complete. Now, on the issue of flood insurance, we got word that FEMA was trying to initiate something called Risk Rating 2.0. You see, what they were saying was that they were going to start evaluating individual homes and conducting analyses for how much each of those individual homes could pay. It would make us think that 18% increases were good, how much they were going to jack up flood insurance rates. Well, in a bipartisan manner, we went toe-to-toe with FEMA and got them to delay Risk Rating 2.0 until they can conduct the proper evaluations to make sure that you all are not saddled with the costs associated with exorbitant flood insurance rate increases. That was just accomplished. You know, we are spending $600 million, at least, on this seawall. And I'll be damned if you all do not see the benefit of that. Now, to close out, this is only the beginning of a long road, but it's a road towards a more resilient Staten Island. It's going to take the partnership of all levels of government. It's also going to take the partnership of the community. But to close out, what this will not be is a project that does not include the community. It will not be a project where you're not aware of how things are progressing. It won't be a project where we are not partnering with you each and every step of the way. And this represents the first chapter of that. So thank you all for everything you've done to advocate for the community, to fight for the community, and I look forward to hearing your questions today. Thank you.
So, good evening, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. In 2015, Time Magazine did an article saying that the average attention span of a human being decreased from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. And a goldfish has an attention span of 9 seconds. So you kind of bake that in when you are in my line of work, and you know that people move on really quickly, even when there's a tragedy involved. So not many folks in the community across the city talk about damage to sanity. If you lived it, you still do. But not many others do. Yeah, the media will do some stories around the anniversary, and yeah, elected officials might do a bullshit press conference around the anniversary. But people have moved on. There's lots of other stories, lots of other services to follow, lots of other news stories to follow. I don't forget what it was like the morning after the storm, driving down Capitan Boulevard with Borough President Jim Molinaro and Senator Sabino, and seeing what we saw. And while I do not liken myself to anyone whose home was impacted, I have lived this storm every day since then. Some elected officials have come and gone, literally. Some have come and gone on the issue. But we continue to work at it. In my office, we had our most recent Sandy task force just a few weeks ago. I remember. And I remember that morning, and the days, and the weeks, and I remember the 7 years where the recovery was worse on all of you and worse on us than the storm. And the reality is, and this is not a cheap shot at anyone, but this is the truth, this city is in no better shape to handle another storm of that impact. Our salvation is this wall. That's why I've said, and continue to say, this is the most important infrastructure project this borough has seen in So I don't care. I don't give a rat's ass about your politics. I don't care about any of it. I want to get shit done. Okay? So I have found, and I'm glad Max referenced Danny, our predecessors who worked on this deserve credit, but it's our responsibility now, and I found a willing partner in the Congressman, and I'm going to work with him. I'm going to work with the governor. I'm going to work with the mayor's office. I'm certainly going to work, and we've been working with these gentlemen to get this thing built right and built on time. So I thank you guys for coming out. I have to tell you that, one last thing. I just want to say thank you to the Army Corps for their professionalism. But one last thing. There are 1 million pounds of stone that will be brought in to build this wall. The first time I heard the Congressman say that number, it kind of set me on my heels. It's a pretty wild number.
Million tons.
I'm sorry, million, what did I say? 1 million tons of stone, not a million. 1 million tons of stone. And we can get it, we can get it here by truck, or maybe we can get it here by barge. And so the Congressman on the conversation started playing that out. If we get it here by barge, they have to build a facility. If they build a facility, can they make the facility permanent? If they make the facility permanent, can we finally get fast ferry on the East Shore? We hired a consultant that is studying it, Langen, top of the line. We hope to have results in several more weeks to see if, in fact, that's feasible. So we are trying, while we build this important wall, maybe to knock down another domino that's real important to us about transportation. So again, thank you all for coming out, and let's hear from Army. Absolutely.